All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming out. This is going to be a fun and historic day for Rotary. We're going to pass the torch today for up and coming new and exciting things. We have down on here that I'm supposed to give some remarks, so I will do that and then go over some of the highlights of what we did this last year. I was thinking about what I could say. It's been a very unprecedented, weird year for Rotary as a whole. We've met half-shot in person at first of the year, and then we went to strictly virtual meetings for a little while, and then back to trying to figure out the in-between. And I just wanted to express my appreciation for everybody that's hung in there, and you know, as you'll see on these highlights, we've definitely made an impact on our community, even though things have been really challenging. I did want to highlight too, just something that I think is important to be said, and maybe in this venue is the right place, but something that I feel like I've learned from this role as being the president of the Rotary this last year is that we have a different kind of a plague around us, and I think this club has the answer or the cure to it. You know, we've been enveloped in COVID and the aftermath and trying to figure things out. And it's been the plague at the top of people's minds, and politically people have been divided on their beliefs or their ideas about it. But I think something that we could all agree on is that our world needs help right now. And I think that what we offer as the Rotary Club is one of those solutions. We're here to serve people. We're here to help lift hands up that need it and find ways that we can connect and help and serve and love each other. And that's what this club represents, not just in Spanish Fork, but the entire globe. You know, there's Rotary clubs literally everywhere, and a service project going on today, probably dozens if not hundreds of them around the world where people are being helped. Some of the biggest evidence of that is polio is darn near eradicated. I keep getting these updates about how we're this many days and this many days free from any of the wild polio virus, and I mean, it's crunching down to where that virus is almost eradicated. And that's been polio's mission for decades and decades, and they've made such progress on it. But I think the other virus that the Rotary Club helps eradicate is service. We are the most selfish generation that's ever been on the planet, I'm sure of that. And Rotary represents to me these beautiful people who come together, they spend their money, their time, to come and collaborate on how they can help people. And that's the best vaccine out there. And so this year's taught me that even when things are hard, people can rally together. And personally, I felt a big difference in my life just by rubbing shoulders with the people in the club and just seeing the unique ways we've been able to come together and help. But I invite anybody out there in the community, if anybody's watching on Spanish Fork Cable Network with Pete producing, shout out to Pete for showing up to meetings. He's been great. But this Rotary Club, if you want to come and observe a meeting, take part in a service project, but this is the antidote to what's going on in the world, and Rotary Club definitely embodies that. Just to give everybody a little idea of some things we did this year, in between the flux. We completed a major sewing machine project in Nigeria with Pat Franson leading that out. We coordinated with a few other clubs, and I wish she were here to share more about it, but I can't remember the number on the sewing machines. It was something like 200 sewing machines. Somebody correct me if that's way wrong. That feels close to right. And supplies, and they went and trained several, well, I don't know how many hundreds of women in Nigeria, but they educated them on feminine hygiene and then helped them learn how to make kits with their sewing machines. And we got a recent update, and that has just been a wild success. They've trained many women. They get to check these machines out and use them, so these machines are just always running, helping to not just educate, support women, but it's saving lives and impacting their world over there. Just been a big success. We had 2 scholarships for our golf tournament scholarships this year. One in September, and then this last one we did in May was postponed because of COVID. but we provided 40 high school scholarships between the two events that we held in coordination with the chamber to get that done. And this last one we did in May was the biggest one we've had to date. We raised the most money for that. And we've upped the number of allotment that we're giving to these high school seniors who apply to help them. We've done some Tabitha's Way projects, coordinated with them. We went and helped load trucks and sort food, and have done that with them a couple times. We participated in the Landmark High School's Dragon's Pantry, where I think we had over, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, 400 something kits that we put out, food kits, and then a bunch of different clothing items and backpack items and things like that. We did a Rotary Neighbor Tree Project where we worked with the neighborhood up by the Sierra Park. Is it North Sierra Park? Is that what it's called? Sierra Park. And 2 city blocks, we planted trees and put in bark and coordinated with the city to help do that, to kind of beautify and finish off the area with our Rotary District grant. I've made a lot of cotton candy this year, and some of you made a whole lot of cotton candy at different fundraisers and projects, from the grand opening of the All Abilities Park to the track meets, and my right elbow is a lot stronger this year from turning the candy floss into beautiful things. So yeah, we've just done a lot of things in the community, but for me the most important thing was just connecting with each of you and getting through not just the COVID stuff and it's ongoing, but just realizing the antidote is us. And taking a stand and serving our fellow man is the way that we can help our world. So I'm gonna turn things over a little bit. We have a formal ceremony at this point, unless there's something I'm missing that somebody needs to remind me about.
I want to give you a clap.
Oh, thank you.
So it has been a rough year. It has been crazy. We haven't known what we're gonna do or where we're gonna be, and you have been amazing because you've helped us make all of these things that you just went over happen. And we couldn't have done it without someone to lead us, and we're grateful that you were there and you stepped up and you muddled through trying to figure out how to make it happen. And we had Zoom meetings, we had park meetings, we had service projects. We had a great year despite all of the COVID craziness. And just to recognize you and your service and your leadership to our club.
Thank you.
I'm going to present you with your very own gavel plaque.
That is awesome. I'm gonna use it right here. It works. It's effective. Thank you. This seems powerful. I don't know if I deserve this, but a gavel is pretty big. All right, Aaron, I don't want you to go too far because we're gonna switch the torch over. So I need you to come up and determine if you're gonna agree to these terms. Okay. This is fun. I'm putting a lawyer on the stand right now. I've never done this before.
This is where I run away.
Aaron Rogers, you've been selected by the board members of this Rotary Club to guide its affairs during the coming year. You're entrusted with the responsibility to help shape your club's future. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of the office of club president to the best of your ability and uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club?
Yes, I will.
And in preparation for that,
Should we call any? So
if there's any board members who are currently here, if you'll come up and participate, we'll just stand by Aaron here. So I'm going to go through the list of board members that Aaron's chosen. I'll be acting as the past president. We have Lana Dahl as our executive secretary and the director of everything that goes on, basically. Our club foundation chair, Julianne Roberts. Our membership chair, Tracy Franson. Club public image chair is Mike Mendenhall. Club service projects, Brent Wall. Club treasurer, Rich Harris. He tells me that's only in name, not by his bank account. Club youth chair, Aaron Lowe. If you'll come up here with us, Aaron. So that's our officers and board members. Aaron, you have been selected to hold important positions in the administration of the Spanish Fork Rotary Club. We believe you will continue the traditions of your club and continue forward with the mission and goals of the Spanish Fork Rotary. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your offices to the best of your abilities and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club?
So we all say
Yes, we
Yes,
will.
we will.
Awesome. I hereby declare the new officers and directors of the Spanish Fork Rotary Club installed and transferred the administration of this club into their hands. Thank you all for serving.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you for, thanks again for all that you've done for us. I'm grateful for your example because I know that I am so new to Rotary and we've had a different kind of year, but you've still been a great example to me of how to lead our club, and I hope that I'll be able to carry on and continue in all of these great traditions and service projects that we do. I've watched these projects come together this year, and things have felt like, oh my goodness, is it gonna happen? Are we gonna make it? And everyone shows up and everything happens. And I know that the reason I said that I would accept as club president was because I know that I have all of you behind me, and I have all of your experience and your knowledge and your willingness to serve as Rotarians, and I am so grateful for that. I just wanted to start with a little bit about why I am a Rotarian, because I feel like, I don't know, I just kind of started showing up at meetings and you all just included me and let me join you. But I have been a part of Spanish Fork for a long time, and I love this city and I love where we live, and I wanted to get to know more people and feel more a part of the community and be able to find ways to serve outside of just my neighborhood and my church service. And I knew Susan Barber was always over at my husband Paul Rogers' dental office asking us to help do the Christmas project that you guys do every year, and I loved that, and I would always buy some things to donate to that. And I thought, maybe it would be fun to go and see what Rotary is all about and see if I could be the one going around asking people to do good things for a good cause. So I started coming, and you welcomed me, and it was lunch meetings and leaders of the community, and I was happy to be included here. And I just wanted to share, at the PETS conference, they asked us to come up with some goals for our year. And so I had to think about what those would be. And also, Rich has been reminding me that we have the district grant that we can apply for, and we need to come up with something for that. And so I came up with some goals. My first goal is really just to get back to normal, to have meetings every week and have a place that's our usual place and the things that we usually do. I feel like that will help us get people back coming and knowing when things are. And also I want to increase the awareness of Rotary in the community by using our website and our Facebook posting a lot more than we do, so that people will know what Rotary is and what we're doing. And hopefully with that we'll be able to increase our membership a little bit. I want to do the golf tournament. I want to do the dictionaries for the elementary schools. We weren't able to do that last year, and I was really sad about that. I really like that project, and I know my kids really love their dictionaries and they use them, and so I feel like that's a good project, so I hope we'll be able to do that this year. I want to be able to increase our service events. I put down the Tabitha's Way and a road cleanup maybe. But if anyone has ideas of things that we could do to be more of service and working together in the community, I would love to hear it. I'm going to do the Dragon's Pantry supplies again for the Christmas project, and do the Hershey Track Meet Snack Shack fundraiser. Hopefully we'll have a snack shack. Sounds like we do, so that's good. And then my idea for the district grant was to install some book lending boxes at the city parks. So I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they look like little houses. And then there's books in them that you can borrow, or you could put more books in there if you're going through and wanting to, share your books. But I was thinking it would be nice to have some of those at different city parks throughout the city, where people go anyway, and if you're there watching your brother's soccer game, you can go get a book out of the book box. Or if you're there watching your kids play on the playground for an hour, hey, there's a book sharing box right there. And we could have our little Rotary symbol on there, and maybe increase our people's knowledge of Rotary a little bit that way. So that was my idea for the district grant. And then the last thing I put on here was to increase awareness of Interact and the RILA programs in the high schools. Hoping Aaron will be excited to help with that, since that kind of fell away last year, and that was kind of sad. So those are my goals and my hopes for this year, and I'm honored that you would think of me to lead you, and I will do my best this year as your president. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for all that we've been able to do this year.